Well, good morning from Edgewater Family Wealth World Headquarters here on Rugby Street. Lot going on around here. Sydney brought me some to-dos to speak about today. The first one was to say thank you to everybody who came out to the events we had. We had a really fabulous day at Lake Highland Prep where we did a veterans event. We had many of our veterans come out, which was super cool. I think everybody enjoyed the event. You know, I kind of boosted the event quite a bit beforehand and talked a lot of smack about how great it was, and it was wonderful to see that everybody had a really good time. Lots of smiles. I think I saw a few tears during the presentation, which was cool. Some of them may or may not have been mine. But it was a very touching and moving thing. So next year, people, listen to me. If you're a veteran, even if you're not a veteran, but you know a veteran you'd like to bring out, your neighbor, your friend, your uncle, whoever, your aunt, whoever it is, bring that person out to see this because, am I right? It was fantastic. Yeah, so we did that, and then quickly on the heels of that, we had Jazz Fest here in College Park, which was there was an absence of that last year, which was sad for the community because it's a big deal. We get a lot of people out. There are thousands of people in the streets on Edgewater here in beautiful College Park, where World Headquarters are located, and we had a few people come out and visit with us. We had a nice table. Next year, we're going to do it up even bigger. Have some food and some drink, and I hope you'll plan to come out and join us. We'll try to give you a heads up next year, maybe a month or so in advance, so you can come join us for Jazz Fest. Our second topic for the day, Sid, is I wanted to talk for a second, and this just hit me today, really. I wanted to talk for a second about succession planning. What I mean by that is not necessarily your business succession planning, although that can be part of it, but it's really your succession planning. Obviously, we're all going to leave the planet at some point, and what I'm seeing lately more than I'd care to see is some of these transitions are disjointed, where family members, and these are adults we're talking about, these are 40 and 50 or sometimes 60-year-old children of folks who have passed away, where siblings are doing that, and where maybe mom or dad, whoever's left behind, maybe has some cognitive issues, and that's a little bit of a mess, and everybody's jockeying. And I will tell you, most of it is not born of some nefarious intent or some greediness. It's born out of emotion. It's born out of frustration. It's born out of bad communication. So where I'm going with that is, we are more than willing here, and many of you underestimate your wealth and the impact it has on the next generation, but we are more than willing to host a family, whether that be via Zoom or that be here in the office, of adults to discuss this process before it becomes an issue. Sometimes we don't have a lot of time to plan for these things. If somebody's becomes ill or is, heaven forbid, in an accident of some kind. So I want to throw it out there because I am seeing a little bit more of this with beneficiaries, which leaves me kind of stuck in the middle. So before we get to that point, let's have a conversation here in office via Zoom, or even if you just want to have it on your own, but just be aware that it's a thing. Lastly, we are quickly approaching two very important holidays. The first one is Pi Day, which I don't think is a designated national holiday as of yet, but here at Edgewater Family Wealth, it is a big, big deal, as many of you know, and we are giving out pies. So we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, the 23rd. Come by and get your pie. And we'll be handing those out to you, and again, look forward to seeing you. Of course, Thanksgiving quickly comes on the heels of that, which is, most people are familiar with that one. But speaking of Thanksgiving, one of the things I wanted to touch on before the year ends is what I'm thankful for and what the team is thankful for. Throughout the year, we get, I don't know, Sid, we get several referrals from many different people. And as you know, there's no bigger compliment you can give any business, ours included, than a referral. You know, and sometimes it isn't a fit. Sometimes everybody doesn't need what we do. In fact, half the time maybe that's true. But for the people we fit, we fit. It means a lot to us that you even thought enough of us to introduce a friend or a relative or somebody close to you to use our services. And it's not only important to me, but it's important to the business. Because we have employees, they have families, and as we grow, they grow, their incomes grow, the benefits grow, their families grow. There are literally dozens of families that are supported by what you do, what you bring to us, the value and trust that you've given us. So thank you for that. We look forward to another great growth year, not only as a firm, but in markets and in accounts, and hopefully that will remain true. It's not always true. Sometimes we have tough years. I hope this isn't one of them, but if it is, we'll get through it together. So again, I'm very thankful for the trust you've placed in us and the referrals that you give us as a result of that trust. So again, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in December.